This is your AP Macro video on classical dichotomy. The classical dichotomy is a theory that looks at the separation between real and nominal variables. Hopefully remember that nominal variables include current prices, and real variables have been adjusted for inflation, or the inflation has been taken out. So the difference between a nominal and a real variable is inflation. So over time, if you're looking at a particular variable over long periods of time, we typically have changes in prices, and that would affect nominal variables. So if we had something happen with the money supply, like the central bank could print money, that type of monetary development is going to affect nominal variables and prices, but not real ones, because we remove price inflation from real variables. So here's an example. Let's say we have the central bank of a country, we happen to call ours the Federal Reserve, print a bunch of money. So they double the money supply. Now, at the moment, people have more access to money. Banks have more money, you have more money, you can spend. That helps the circular flow. That's really great. But remember, as demand rises, because people are going out and buying things with this newly printed money, that causes prices to rise. And as prices rise, that's going to make things more expensive. So as prices go up, all nominal variables are also going to go up, or in this case, double as prices double. But your real variables are going to stay the same because we remove the price inflation from real variables. This is also referred to as monetary neutrality, that over time, money is neutral in real terms. So if we change the money supply, it's going to affect the nominal variables at the moment right now when you're spending the money. But over time, if everything adjusts to the new prices, like your income, then if your income rises at the same rate at which the prices rise, then you're going back to the exact same amount of spending you did before. So doubling the money supply will cause prices to go up, but relative prices will stay the same in the long run. So let's take a look at this relative price. Let's say the relative price of a CD in terms of pizzas is $15 per CD to $10 a pizza. That gives you about 1.5 pizzas per CD. Well, if we double all prices to $30 a CD and $20 a pizza, we're still at the same relative price, 1.5 pizzas per CD. This is true if you would think about the price of your average groceries per month and the price that you're getting paid or your wage to work a job per month. So if we look at wages, and remember your real wage is the wage that you earn after adjusting for price differences, or it's your wages compared to price. This is also referred to as purchasing power. If we're looking at how much you can buy with the wage you have or the money that you made, that is your real wage. So if your wages rise at the same rate as the prices rise, then we had no change to the amount of labor needed because we're going to need the exact same amount of labor that's supplied, that's workers. The exact same amount of labor that's demanded, so that's businesses doing hiring. So total employment doesn't change because we are just paying people more so that they can buy things that are more expensive. Since employment of all resources is unchanged, the total amount of goods and services we can produce also doesn't change. So we still have the same amount of workers producing the same amount of goods and services for the same amount of companies. Now, the price of the things they're making has gone up, but the actual number of things or the relative or real gross domestic product has not. This is a period where there is a period before wages adjust that we refer to as the short run. So the short run is a time period where prices are rising, but your wages are staying the same. That creates a whole bunch of problems. Because if your wage stays low and prices go high, suddenly you have to cut back on how much you're buying. The opposite could occur as well. Your wage could stay the same and prices could go down. But in the long run, everything adjusts. So if prices went up and then eventually your wage went up, in the long run, when those things even themselves out, we refer to that as the long run. So in this entire unit, we're going to refer to this time period as short run versus long run.